Hi everyone, it's Heather, and wow, it's been like a month since I've actually recorded anything. I was gonna say I've had no motivation to do this, but the first week that I skipped, that was because I had a lot of final projects for school, so I was like, yeah, I can afford to take a week off. And then I just didn't do another review. So, yeah, this weird quarantine has had me feeling like I don't want to get anything done, but I've gotten a little bit done for like actual writing. I've not been doing much lately. My hair is being really stupid today, so I popped on a wig to look cute. So that's why I look completely different. It probably doesn't look totally real, but it's one of the best ones that I have, so deal with it. I haven't really had that much motivation to keep going with this. I always told myself that I wanted to get through every episode and at least be able to like rank them before I like even think about quitting. Realistically, I don't think that YouTube is something that I want to be doing on the regular. It's not what I want to do for a career. What I actually want to do for a career is writing, screenwriting for television. I'm sure you probably knew that by now, but if you haven't been paying attention to the way that I review things and how critical I am of the actual writing and stuff, you'd probably be able to figure that out. I actually uploaded one singular thing to my main channel. Actually, maybe I uploaded more. I don't know. There were a few random things that I uploaded recently, but there was one good thing. I'm gonna link it in the description. It's called Quarantine Bingo. It was a little skit that I did for a final project for one of my classes. I didn't have to make the film, but I was like, fuck it. If I'm gonna have to storyboard and write it, like, let's go all the way. What else have I got to do? And I made something really cute out of it. So I'm proud of that. It's only 2 minutes long, so. Anyways, let's get into the review. That's enough rambling for one day. I looked at the episode Son of a Gypsy, and mainly the reason why I wanted to watch this is because I can barely remember any of it. Like, it's been probably a few years since I last saw it. So I was like, barely remember any of this. Don't know if it's good or bad. To be honest, while I was watching it, I don't think it was either. It wasn't bad, but it just wasn't like on fire like some of the other episodes. You know, there are some episodes that are just like I watch them and like they never get old and they're so fun every time. This one was just kind of blah. I don't think negatively of this episode. It just didn't do anything for me. This is the easiest way to describe it. But I did find out something cool today, so we're gonna get into that. I actually didn't write down much for comments or fun bits, so without my rambling, this would be a very short video. The first thing that I noticed, I wrote down Mama Gypsy's son looks as old as her, if not more. No, all of her sons. Sorry. There was one particular son that caught my eye, but literally all of her sons are like in their 40s. Literally in their 40s. Like the one actor that I looked up, he was born in 1924, so he's 40. The next thing I noticed is the actor that plays Marco looks familiar with, and then I wrote, was he in Royal Flush? At the end of the credits, I looked up his name, I wrote it down, and then I googled him. Turns out he was in Royal Flush, Son of a Gypsy, and Card Carrying Red Shoes. And I love when that happens. When I'm like, I can recognize a face because I'm like, I've seen that person before, I've heard that voice before. And they actually turn out to be like a really cool person. He was in a lot of other things. I didn't see anything that stood out that I personally watch. He's a cool dude. His name was Vincent Beck. I was gonna say something about him as an actor. Like, he's so funny as a comedic actor. He really is. He gets so goofy, but he makes it really fun. That kind of reminds me of another actor that I really love. His name's if you've ever seen the show Mighty Boosh, Rich Fulcher, that's his name. He's just, he puts 110% into everything he does. He goes nuts, but he does it so well. I highly recommend watching the Mighty Boosh, especially if you're a Monkeys fan, because whoa, is it out there? It is so. It's like the Monkeys season 2, but on crack and on mushrooms and probably on pot. It's so good though. It's so cleverly written. Enough about my stuff. The other thing that I wrote for comments was I love that they use the same set for just about everything. Like restaurants, ballrooms, parties, like it's that same set. It's that room with like the green, yeah, the green borders. I don't know how to describe it, but it's in like every episode. I have to, you know what I have to do? I have to go through and tally which episodes it's in, because it's in almost all of them. It might be in more episodes than their actual pad is in, which boggles my mind. But anyways, that was all I had for comments. Not that much. Like I said, it didn't do much for me, but nothing bad here. None of the fun bits. When the gypsies were like, oh, you should come to our camp, and Peter was like, oh, camp, swimming, canoeing, arts and crafts, getting all excited about it. So cute. When they give Mike a boar's tooth necklace, and he's like, oh, look, it's a little bitty cavity. When the rack for torture makes Davy taller, that was a fun thing. When they're scribbling all over the map, it was funny because they were acting like they didn't do that on purpose. And I genuinely couldn't tell if they were causing chaos just because they're the monkeys, or if they were actually trying to, like, sabotage the plan. Could have gone either way. Probably a little bit of both. When Mike is pretending to be robbed and he's barely trying, he's like, oh, help, help, help. It's so funny. He does deadpan so perfectly. When Peter has thief written on his forehead and they're like, he's a good thief, but a bad spelling. And the romps are always good. They're always a highlight of every episode, let's be honest. And lastly, they steal Peter. When the gypsies leave, they steal Peter. I thought that was the best joke of the whole episode. It was such a good note to end on. But yeah, that's all I have for this week. Hopefully I will muster up some motivation for next week. I just wanted to pop in and say that I'm not dead yet. So, yeah, everything's fine. I'm just very lazy right now, as I'm sure many people are. Hope you're doing well, hope you're staying safe, and I hope you continue to do well and stay safe. And I'll see you next week, maybe?